Hey, howdy ho, Lions fans. Welcome to the Detroit Lions podcast, episode 326. This is the official Detroit Lions podcast for Reddit. I'm your dashing host, Chris, and with me is, well, the main isn't here, but he's still the main man, the Riz, Jeff Risdon. How you doing, brother?
I was having a bad hair day, so we went with the old reliable Lions hat today.
I'm having a good hair day. I like showered right before the show and everything.
You look good, my friend.
Thank
you.
you.
Look good.
Thank you. I'm feeling spry and, well, whatever.
I went to the gym last night, and that was a mistake.
Oh, is it ouchy?
Squat rack, not a friendly thing for somebody who's near 50. Just keep that in mind.
CBD, that Detroit Lions.
I need some cream badly. My right knee is banging.
Oh. All right, we got a lot to talk about. Today's show, we're going to do a live film breakdown from yesterday's practice at the Senior Bowl again. We got some really good stuff, and we're going to talk Lions as we kick it all off. Ready to go, Riz?
Oh, let's do it. Yeah.
Let's kick this off and break it down.
Yeah. I love it. I love the energy, brother. All right, let's get into this. First, let's talk about there's a couple coaches that were hired, announced at least. Ben Johnson, tight ends coach, much loved in the locker room and by the other coaches, actually.
And he's sticking around. Yeah. He had offers to go elsewhere. He chose to stay with Danimal, who is a tight end, by the way, a tight ends coach.
Yep.
There was some question as to whether the Lions would even employ a tight ends coach because Campbell was there, but clearly he wants to be the head coach and not have to deal with also coaching TJ Hawkinson and players, plural, TBD, because I don't think anybody else. Hunter Bryant could come back, but I don't know. We'll see about that. But
we'll see.
Hopefully Jesse James. See ya.
Yeah.
Thanks to the memories.
Yeah. We need some justice in these here hills.
This is a good one, though. This is some coaching continuity. This will. I think he's done a great job with TJ Hawkinson. I think you saw the jump from year one to year two in terms of how TJ not only reworked his body a little bit. He got a lot better at blocking. He got a lot better at releasing off the line, and other than jumping or falling down every time he catches it almost immediately, he's a much better player than he was as a rookie. And you got to give some credit to that to the coach. So it's great that they're keeping him. Yeah,
and let's not discount the flow. I bet by next year we got some a real main on Hawkinson.
He could have the Danimal 2007 look, with
my God,
the flowing locks, the Chad Kroger from Nickelback look.
Yeah. No, he's good. And again, important point, as you said, he had money to go elsewhere, and I know that it was a tough decision, but he ultimately chose the Lions. Which, before all this started, there's a whole lot of talk about the quality of Detroit as a destination, and that seems to really have changed with Holmes and Campbell with the hiring of Holmes and Campbell, because a lot of people are coming here. Staley broke his contract. Well, I don't want to say broke it, but they mutually agreed to make it go away, and skipped out on Chicago to come here. That's pretty freaking impressive.
It really is. It tells you a couple things. It tells you that the league-wide perception of Detroit is a lot better than what Detroit thinks it is. And I'll go to something that Pat Kerwin talked about on his Sirius NFL radio show this week. He thought that the decision to trade Stafford made Detroit more appealing because now they can go through with a full rebuild. And it's an interesting perspective from Pat's part because he's been on the other end of that when he was the general manager of the New York Jets back in the 90s. They kind of did the same thing, and unyoking yourself, and that's the word that he used, was unyoking yourself from Matthew Stafford, frees you up to do a lot of different things that you couldn't normally do otherwise, and that will be appealing to a lot of coaches. I hadn't really put a lot of stock in that, but as you know, I am a friend of PK. I trust him. I respect his words, and I think there's some truth to it.
Yeah, absolutely. He was very respectful down when we met.
God, we would have been out with dinner with him last night too.
Yeah.
Oh man,
he's a great guy. He knows how to have a good time. I know. I will say that for sure.
He knows how to let his hair down.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you find the time to listen to all this, to watch all the film, to listen to all these guys and the radio and everything else? You have to be like triple tasking.
I don't really have a lot of things that I do outside of my job.
Wow.
I like it. I get completely, like, we go on vacation. We went to Myrtle Beach on vacation, not this past summer, but the summer before that. And I technically had 5 days off. And I think I went one full day without being on my computer, and I was going nuts. And I was there with all my family. My brother and my sister were like, You're shaking, dude. Get on your laptop. Do something. I can't not work. I can't not do anything. I'm never going to retire. It will kill me. It's just not something that I'm interested in doing.
It's funny.
Maybe I will when in another 25 years when I'm able to collect Social Security.
And I dream of the time when, and I don't want to jinx it, but when the day job doesn't mess with this. Because it is like my wife was talking, and it's like this is the kind of thing that, you know, way down the road when I retire, Wisco, no smart remarks here. Way down the road when I retire, this is something I would continue to do as long as I was able. It's absolutely just what a great kind of job to have, man.
It is. I worked too hard to get here to not keep working at it too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you do a spectacular job. Let's talk about the other coach the Lions picked up, some linebacker guy from some other place.
He's an NFC North defector, DeLeon from Chicago. Widely credited for helping Roquan Smith become what he is. He was also there with Christian Jones, so he's a familiar face. Maybe Christian Jones sticks around. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those guys that could be back, could not be back. We'll see. It's interesting that he chose to leave Chicago because he did not have to leave Chicago. He was not fired.
Now,
so
the terms of the terms of the deal that Chicago had were that we had to keep Devy, though, right? Sorry.
Like anybody's taking that.
No. In the most intelligent chat on the internet, Lions chat on the internet in the Slack there, it was stated that he had a look on his face like he came to remodel a kitchen and it was on fire, and he was thinking to himself, well, at least the gas is on.
So that's two coaches now that we've hired that have very unfortunate profile pictures from their prior organizations. That's got to change. So hopefully the Lions get on that. Megan Boyle, if you're watching, get on that. That's what you do, among other things. She also transcribes the press conferences, which was a monster job for her last week. Ooh. I hope she got a day off because animal press conference was something else.
I was talking to him in the lead up for some of the stuff for this week, and Eamon was saying it was just a fire over there. Was so much. I mean, they were burning the candle in the middle, both ends, anywhere that it would catch, they were lighting on fire. I feel bad. They have a great group of folks, but they feel like they're a little bit. They could probably use another head or two to help out.
Greg and Megan and Eamon and some other guys there, they have a very good media relations group.
Yeah,
they are speaking from experience, much better than the other team that I cover in terms of media relations. They are very sharp and on top of it. I actually nominated them for the and I can't think of the name of the award, but there's an award every year that's given out by the Pro Football Writers to the most helpful NFL press group.
Yeah.
And I nominated the Lions this year. I know I'm not alone in that. I don't think they won, but I know they do great work. Is the long and short of it, and I'm very, very proud of Eamon, a fellow Ohio U Bobcat.
yes, absolutely. He's a great guy. Absolutely great.
He really
guy.
is.
So we're lucky to have the groups that we have, and it's only getting better up there in Allen Park. So, all right, let's get into it. We have a breakdown, much similar to yesterday, of the film from yesterday's practice at Senior Bowl. Did you do any previews of the film from yesterday, Riz?
I watched a handful late last night as I was laying in bed, and then I decided that I should probably be sleeping. So
sure.
I've seen. So you sent me the clip sheet. I've seen probably 10 of them.
Okay. I'm going to say there's one guy that I talked about ahead of yesterday and yesterday who I think, based on yesterday's practice, has hurt his stock, and another one who I think has kind of engendered himself to my crush again. And I hate to give away the position, but I'll just say I'm consistent so far. All right, so let's get in. We're going to talk about the national team first. We're going to start out. There's a lot of this, and like all of the film from the American team is throws and catches. It's except one. It's all offense and not as much drills. There's some drills on the national team stuff, but we'll be able to walk through it with you with everything that was made available. So let me get everything up here. All right. So we're going to start out with everybody's hero from Arkansas, Felipe Franks, throwing the ball. This is just pitch and catch stuff to Nico Collins. There's two things about this I want to say. I'll play the clip here, and then we'll dive in. Right. I'm sure you'll have something to say, Riz. So, and again, where there's no audio, there's music in the background, and when there's music in the background, YouTube likes to just copyright it. So had to pull that out. There's some with audio, and the audio just always adds so much more. But all right, here we go. Nico here, just a little pitch and catch, runs a route. I just want you to look at. Okay, so we saw something there. Look at that build. Okay.
Yeah.
He's really got that prototypical good big outside receiver build. If he can turn that into true athleticism, he could really do something. I'm not sure that that's the case just yet.
He physically looks like Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
Not saying that he's Keenan Allen, but
right.
He looks like him.
He has the attributes. So he should, I mean, just from the eye test, score high on Kent Platt's Raz thing.
I would think so.
Yeah.
He's a little he rounded that route a little bit. I would like to see a little bit crisper. But again, this is an outside receiver. This is not a guy who's normally going to be working from the slot. This is your Kenny Galladay replacement.
Yep.
If Galladay, in fact, leaves.
Yeah. Now, I want to show something here. As he catches that, and you're right, he rounds the route out. When he gets to the ball right there, he's caught the back of the ball. Okay, yep. The ball is coming out the front of his hands.
I'm pointing right at the ball, the tip of the ball. You can see it.
Yep, and he's going to double grab it here, double clutch a little bit. It's hard to see, but he double clutches at the ball. So, again, this is just pitch and catch. This should be nothing to nab this ball out of the air without. There's nothing to distract him from that ball.
Felipe Franks is not a fast baller either.
Right.
This is a guy with an average arm.
Right. So couple that, right, the point that I made where this is pitch and catch, he should have nothing to concentrate on but the ball, with the fact that there's a different delivery from every quarterback that he's working with. So it's a game of inches, and you can kind of see how that may be the case with something like this. So he grabs it, and then you saw there that kind of double clutch on it, but he gets a hold of it. He's got his hand on it, and his hand's in the right spot. If it comes like this in a game, he's got good position in the ball to double clutch.
If you've got a quarterback chopping you from behind, he's holding onto the ball there.
Yep.
And his feet are great at where he caught it. He planted them.
Yep.
But he's also in a position where he can come out of it and explode to go up the sideline, which is what he did there.
Exactly.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Get some yak out of that.
So not bad. Nico, again, a great physical attributes, looking good. Now we got Ian Booker with Michael Carter out of North Carolina. We'll take a look here. Just a nice little down the middle. Now, I want to show you something. There's something about the throw that I didn't like here. And you can...
But Ian Book threw it?
Watch Carter have to slow up to adjust for the ball. I think Carter should have hit him in stride here. Again, this is pitch and catch, nothing to distract you.
Yeah.
Let's watch him here. And slow.
So that's a 35-yard pass.
Yep.
He had to wait for it.
Yep.
With no pass rush, with no coverage. I mean, maybe it's early in the day and Book just isn't fully warmed up yet, but you're right. That's Chase Daniel-esque.
Yeah.
That's not acceptable.
Right. And I apologize, in the clip sheet I put Booker for some reason.
It's Book.
I know.
I know Ian Book.
I know. I had Book yesterday. I don't know what I was doing. It was late. Again, I do this at night. So, all right, we'll move on to the next one here. This one again, Nico Collins, catching again from Felipe Franks. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And this is something he has now. Look, I'm not going to say he's as good as Devontae Smith, right? But Devontae Smith's a small guy. He's slight, I'll say.
Yes, he is.
I have this nervousness about his ability to stay healthy in the NFL.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
That's a big concern.
Yeah.
And by the way, he was a Senior Bowler. He interviewed with all 32 teams and left. He did not need to go out on the practice field. Jim Nagy actually explained that in an interview, also on Sirius NFL Radio last night, free plug for them, where he talked about, Devontae got his business done.
Yep.
And nobody ever expected him to be on the field. They just wanted him to get his interviews in, and he did that.
Well, yeah, the fact that he showed up and did the interviews just says a lot, because he's the highest round pick that came to the Senior Bowl, right? And he didn't need to.
There's a fairly good chance he's off the board by the time the Lions pick at number 7.
Yeah. Absolutely. And he didn't have to do that, but the fact that he did speaks to his commitment and what the game of football and the draft position and all that means to him. So that's good on him. Good on him.
Yeah.
All right, back to Nico from Felipe. Look, now I love that turn. How it flows. The ball gets there, and he's able to take it and turn immediately. That's a good look right there, right?
That's a nice action shot.
Yeah, I'll pop that later. All right, so right here, how he in the flow. Up, over, and keeps going. Doesn't miss a step. That was nice.
Again, not the sharpest of routes, but that's not. He is not a guy who's going to get a great deal of separation because of his feet. He's going to get there because of his size and his speed.
And we're going to see in a couple of the clips later and you guys keep your eyes open when Nico's on. Yesterday we saw how he played a little bit. He slowed up like the ball was coming and then separated at the last minute with that ball tracking. And that's how he got his separation. He knew he wasn't going to get it running the route. And so he used the ball tracking to get his separation of the quarterback. He does that again a couple times. And this is something that I think it works here. I think in the NFL, you're going to have a little bit of trouble with it because NFL quarterbacks typically can get their heads around faster, know when the ball's coming better, and are going to catch on to that tendency, and you're not going to burn them. You'll get them the first time, and after that, you're going to be done. It's going to be on film, and they're going to know it. All right, so moving on, we've got Michael Carter. We're doing running back blocks on linebackers. And Michael Carter here from North Carolina blocking against Derek Barnes from Purdue. Hi there to Wisco Boylan. All right, here we go. Not bad.
That's a win for Barnes.
Yeah.
He got him back. He would have redirected the quarterback there. Your goal when you're a running back in pass protection, you don't have to knock the guy down. You need to make it so the quarterback doesn't have to get off his spot. And he did not accomplish that there.
Right. Now, conversely, we'll go next to Ramondre Stevenson from Oklahoma. He's going to be against Tony Fields from West Virginia. And as soon as we get Barnes off, here we go. Pretty well done. Good job there. Yeah.
He did a good job.
A little slap in the ass from the coach.
What I like was that he had his arm. He was in control with one hand and had his other hand to react. He didn't have to have both hands out there to stymie him.
Yep.
That's important. That's something that the running backs coach will look for.
Yep. Catch that again. Good move. And he used that one hand to redirect him around, right? Yeah, rather than keep fighting him. He just used his own weight and speed and power to move him in a direction away from the quarterback. So good job there for Ramondre Stevenson. Michael Carter again against Justin Hilliard from Ohio State. Again, Carter would make me nervous in this role.
Yeah. Nice little rip move there at the end, though.
Yeah.
I like that.
We'll get another peek at that here.
Hilliard I'm not sure he's going to get drafted.
I have him as on UDFA.
Yeah, this is not a big time Ohio State linebacker. They have three linebackers. He's right he's better than Tough Borland is not going to get drafted, nor should he, and nor do you want him in Detroit. He's better than that, but he is not at the level. And the other guy's name just escapes me, so forget it.
All right, we'll go on. Let's see. We are on now to superstar Michigan. We're Ramondre Stevenson again. This time against Derek Barnes, who we saw against Carter earlier. You see Stevenson here again. Just plant himself and put himself in the way and not let anyone by.
You saw Barnes acknowledge, hey, dude, I did a good thing here and you stopped me. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's one of the great things about watching the Senior Bowl live is to see the guys who have the appreciation for each other.
Awesome. Watching cornerbacks giving wide receivers a hand to stand up after the play, that kind of stuff. It really is good sportsmanship, awesome. good team effort there. All right, superstar Michigan, Ben Mason, fullback against Derek Barnes again. You get a little bit of Purdue action here. So I feel like Barnes gave up there.
Yeah. It's almost like he felt like he was going to fall down.
Yep.
By the way, that's the best and only acceptable Purdue helmet, the ones with the train tracks.
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
He just gave up. Yeah. All right. Now we have from South Dakota State, Cade Johnson. You guys heard me talk a little bit about him yesterday against Cameron Bynum from Cal.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a little bit of one-on-ones here. And before we get going, I don't know that we know who throws this ball. Look at that.
Ooh.
See,
So Bynum has not had a good week.
No.
This is not the first time that he's been eating dust. It's interesting, though, because he's actually trying to physically grab him and can't.
Right.
Which I think that's actually more on Bynum than it is on Johnson. Yeah. Although Johnson does. He's got. You can see the juice in his feet, man. He's got something there.
Watch the release, and then here we go. He just sat right. He just sat him right off him, and off he goes. This is the guy you'll see a couple times here today in some of the film we're looking at. This is my Senior Bowl 2021 crush.
That right there looked like Danny Amendola or Cole Beasley or an NFL-style slot receiver.
Absolutely. You're right, Golden. I do like Nico and a little bit of the Michigan tie. I just want to see him succeed, and I think he has the physical attributes. Speaking of the chat here, Cade here. This is my KJ Hill and then Terry McLaurin the year before, right? And this guy. Oh, it's always a wide receiver. I don't know why.
He's gotten a lot of acclaim, like nationwide too, like from a lot of people who are there and who are watching.
Yeah,
he's making a name for himself. So good for him.
Yeah, good for him. This is where to do it. This is where it happens. All right,
especially when you're from South Dakota.
Yeah, this is what you need.
South Dakota State.
This swag. South Dakota State. Yeah.
Okay.
Watch this at the end. This is the other thing he has, and I laugh every time I see him. The swag that he has. He's got this right. He can burn the guy. He's like, no. Steps out, and over here at the end, I didn't put it in there. He's just got this giant ass smile on his face, just laughing. Right, he's having so much fun. It's awesome. I just love how this guy goes. He was the same one for those that watched yesterday who was like, no, I got 2 feet in.
Yeah, that's right. He made his own commentary.
I put 2 down. Yep. All right, Dwayne Eskridge here, Western Michigan against Keith Taylor from Washington. I'll back up a little just so we get the benefit of the whole play here. All right. Good move. Ball was late, right? The
ball was very late. Yep. That needs to be there as soon as he hits that turn.
Because he made that move perfect and was wide open, and the ball got there after the corner was able to recover. We'll get that right.
That's actually pretty good coverage too.
Yeah.
That is a very well. Look how low that knee is.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That's impressive, and to see where if you're looking at the defensive back's legs and his hips, the fact that he sticks with that's an impressive work in coverage right there.
And that's
because that is a completion that Matt Patricia's defense would love you to make.
Yeah.
I won't know how that works under Aaron Glenn yet, but they'll give up that 8-yard turnaround all day long.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to get you beat over the top.
And this is something that I might have a fetish in the chat. Ash, you may be right. At some point, you have to just look at it and say what it is. You're absolutely right about his hips, and this is something that made me fall in love with Darius Slay was his hips. The way that he could turn those things. He's heading down the field to the right, the cornerback. Yep. He is just supposed to be off and running, and Keith Taylor, and we'll just watch him turn those things and stay with us. Falling may have helped him stay part of it, and if that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. But man, he is in this play. Sorry,
see that throw is late. There. Now let's say that this is an NFL defense. There's going to be a linebacker in between where that ball is coming from and where it is. That's great coverage. That's exactly what you want.
Yep. So good job on both. You will see a linebacker playing a role, Jacoby Stevens, when we look at some of the American tape here shortly. Keep want to call him the Atlantic. Okay, we'll move on here. Next one is Nico. We got Nico again against Trey Brown from Oklahoma. Just straight vertical, but that was it, right? He kept the separation with his hand at the end. He didn't have quite the same slow down. There it is. He slows a little, lets him close, and then arm and separate and up. I mean, that works in college. He's going to have to work on that for the pros. He paused, I said. There you go. Sorry. Anything on Nico?
No, that's where Nico Collins is going to win.
Yeah.
Is going up and getting the ball over a smaller defensive back down the field.
Yep, absolutely. All right, now we got Ben Skowronek from Notre Dame and Darren Hall from San Diego State. And we'll see how well Ben does. Big Ben. Little trip there. Oops. So I'm not a real fan there of Darren Hall.
So if you do get around to watching the BYU Zach Wilson against San Diego State, he played really well against BYU. Made a couple of plays where Wilson was late on a couple of throws. He obviously didn't do it there, but he's the guy that had my attention from specifically watching that very game. which is not Wilson's best, but it's still pretty impressive.
Yeah. Now look, if we're analyzing these guys more closely with like a real sort of like a film type of analysis, you're going to want to watch multiple replays of somebody and really analyze the position. We don't have the benefit of that from the Senior Bowl. So what we're doing is multi-day analysis of many of the same guys and trying to grab guys that we that we can and give you guys a look at it, since this is really the only football video you're going to be able to see of any kind of quality and any kind of report there's no combine, right? This is the Senior Bowl is it. So this is the look we're going to get at these guys publicly. And we're trying to do a service. We're providing a service for you. All right, so let's see, where are we at now? We get to Demetric Felton and Divine Diablo from Virginia Tech. So UCLA on Virginia Tech here. Look at that. Oh, that was.
So Felton is a Theo Riddick type. He's the guy that some teams are going to see as a slot receiver and not a running back.
Yep. Go back and just watch that move. That was just stinky.
Yeah, he's got some return skills, I believe.
Yeah. He gives you a little bit of a bonus there too. Okay, take a look at that. Here we go.
Diablo,
watch
very, very high cut for a cornerback. That's kind of ugly.
Yep. Watch this move. God. Boom! It's like look at these hips. It's like I'm going west. You're going east.
Now look how fast he gets recovered versus how fast Diablo gets his hips around.
Yep. That's huge.
Diablo actually had to do a little bit of a jump stop to get back to get his bearings there. That's a zone corner only.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. All right.
All Virginia Tech guys are like that. So ever since D'Angelo Hall, who's a great old resource for me. I love D'Angelo. Angelo. I call him that. He likes good, very good human being, and was very helpful for me when I was first starting out in the business.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, let's get on. We got Des Fitzpatrick from Louisville.
From Louisville?
That's the Raging Cajuns, right?
Louisville?
Oh, no, not Louisville. Sorry, I was thinking Louisiana, Raging Cajuns. Sorry. Yeah. Louisville, Des Fitzpatrick, and Thomas Graham. They both have L's. That's why. Thomas Graham from Oregon. You guys will see when I make my mistakes. That's what it is. My association works weird in my brain. All right, here we go. Double move that wasn't really worth a whole lot, but he got open.
So he just ran a double move on a 3-yard route.
That's not what they're meant for.
Tell me when that's going to work in the NFL. So this goes back. I'll go back a few Senior Bowls to Braxton Miller when he was coming out. And he did some amazing, electrifying moves that didn't actually get him anywhere up the field. He would make like moves that would sauce somebody, but like, okay, dude, you still have to run your route now. By now, the quarterback's held the ball for 3.2 seconds and the play's over.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be purpose to what you're doing. What he did there wasn't really football purpose to that. It's nice. It's a nice little shake, but
I think he's just trying to show his shake, right? I mean,
if it's 3rd and 2 and you run that ain't gonna work.
No. It just looks. All right, look who's here. My fetish, Cade Johnson on Darren Hall, and I'm not stacking the deck here, guys, with the Cade Johnson clips. I'm just telling you straight up. All right, here we go. Cade Johnson, again this time he's from South Dakota State against Darren Hall from San Diego State. Let's see how we do here. Watch this. One hand. Did you see that?
That's a sweet catch. You heard the crowd reaction. Yeah.
Watch this.
That's good coverage too by Hall.
Yep.
He's in phase. That's a very nice throw and a wonderful catch.
Right. There it is. It's coming in. Okay, you can see the ball right here, top of the screen. Here he comes. One hand right in. Cade, right? I mean, it's hard not to. It's hard not to have a crush.
Day right there.
Oof, that was good. Oh, he's got another one. I think he does. It might be. All right, let's go ahead. We got Nico again against Benjamin St. Just from Minnesota. Excuse me.
So
that's just straight. jump.
St. Just started at Michigan. He did not get cleared to play medically at Michigan and wound up at Minnesota, where he rode the boat and didn't row the boat very well in that play.
Yeah, he just followed along. I mean, he was close, but he really didn't do anything except provide a distraction, right? All right, so that's Nico. We'll go on to Demetric Felton again from UCLA against Thomas Graham from Oregon here. And this is the last of our throws and catch. We'll get offense-defense line here next. Here we go. Watch this move. Ooh! That's where... Oh,
that hurts.
Both feet in. Matt, thank you. Don't pay attention to school. We're the ones that you want to pay attention to. Thank you so much for the super chat, brother. I'm going to go back to that one just so you can see that move again, because that is just sick. Just sick. All right. Here, let's get filthy with it. Here he goes. Here it is right there. No! Oh!
The shoulder, the way he sold that with the full body, that's pretty.
And you get yourself an NFL quality quarterback, right? I just want to show that again. That ball is there. This one, it wasn't quite as good a throw, a delivery for him. Let's watch it again. Great move. Boom. He's open. That ball's already on the way, and there. Let's see how he has stopped for it. That's a clean touchdown in the NFL. Oh, I love that. Love that. All right. We're going to move on now. We're on to Quinn Miners. Is it Miners or Miners? I think it's Miners. Miners, yeah.
Miners.
Wisconsin Whitewater. We know somebody from Wisconsin Whitewater, don't we?
Yeah. Owen Reese is their director of run establishment, a.k.a. offensive line coach. He's a good friend of mine. He appeared on this show last year. We interviewed him in person in Mobile. He's a great guy, and he is loving watching his protege. Yeah,
this guy came in with a lot of noise, and it's rightful, and he's got attitude. Yeah. I like it. He carries the whole thing. So it's Quinn Miners against. Here we go again. Osa Odehigizua.
Odezigua.
Yeah. Odezigua. We'll go with that. Yes, from UCLA. Let's watch. Get out of there.
You're not getting in the club, son.
All right, we'll move on now. Brendan James from Nebraska against Dalen Hayes from Notre Dame. Already seeing that kick, right?
Yep. You can tell he's shuffling back. Now, I want to see when he lands where his right foot goes. How high does it come off the ground? Does he have to use his hands? Does he have to stick them out further to keep himself balanced, or can he balance off that foot when he plants it?
Yep. All right, and I want a quick play and pause just so we can get a little shuffle.
That was pretty smooth right there.
Yep.
Now he's leaned back pretty far right here. If Hayes comes in and hits him there, he's on his ass. But he's far enough away that he correctly judged that.
Significant step there with the left foot. The right foot was just a little slide, and now the next two are going to be important because he's going to be making contact. You're absolutely right. Where that contact hands. Okay, so the kick was really good now, right?
He's in really good phase here. He's a little upright. You see how his back is kind of up rather than you'd prefer him to have his hips.
You want that butt out there. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Show that booty.
There we go. A little bit of face mask, hands to the face, but he'd make a great Packer, so he's looking good here. All right, quarterback looking okay right now, but it looks like there's a spin move in his future.
His quarterback can step to the left and fill that void there. That if you watch Patrick Mahomes, that's what he does really well.
Yep. Ooh.
Now that's a wicked spin. That caught me off guard. I didn't expect that. That's
expected to spin the other direction.
That around.
Yep. And then it looks like, I'm out of the game.
So you're hitting it from behind.
Yeah.
So play that full play at full speed. Just run right through it.
Yep. All right, here we go. Oh, I got Minor. Sorry, I went a little further back.
Watch that again.
All right, here we go. Kick move.
That's a great spin.
Yeah.
That's how you've lost, win.
Yeah. Yep. That's just killer move. All right, we've got now Dylan Radens, North Dakota State, and Shakatoni from Penn State. Let's see how we do here.
I like how he went out and engaged him.
Yep, little hold at the end. Nice spin.
That is what the Lions. That's what Hank Fraley wants. He wants you. Don't wait for him. Go get him.
Yep.
If he's not coming, go get him.
Yep.
That's something that has really helped Taylor Decker. And you saw it there. That's the kind of aggressiveness that the Lions will be looking for in an offensive lineman. I don't think they're really interested in drafting one. And Radins is going to be. I think he's a 3rd or a 4th round guy. Maybe a little higher than that because the class isn't great. He's probably not of interest, but he's a Lion-esque player with the way that he did that rep.
Yep. Watch it one more time, full speed. Good. Kept him squared up for a while. That was all right.
Yep.
All right.
That was fine.
Yep. Creed Humphrey, Oklahoma this time. Going to watch him against Jonathan Cooper from Ohio State. What do you think of Cooper?
To me, he's kind of like Jayshon Cornell. He's like a guy who's a rotation guy in college that you're projecting that he'll get better in the pros because he's going to play more. And I don't know about that.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's got the right attitude. He's got the right physical attributes. It's just not quite. He has sparks. Is nothing really consistent.
As Cornell did.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. All right, we'll take a look here. Creed Humphrey against Jonathan Cooper from Ohio State. Not bad.
That was bad blocking by Humphrey more than it was a win by Campbell.
Yeah. I was like, it was kind of a 50-50.
He's leaned back to he's overextended. First of all, he's a waist bender. That's one of the issues that Humphrey has. That's, by the way, is fairly endemic of Oklahoma offensive linemen. They almost kind of teach that. If you go back, I remember Gabe Eichard, who almost got into a fight with me at a Shrine Game practice because I had commented on the day before that he's a heavy-legged waist bender, and he read that and didn't like it. So I said, "Prove me wrong," and he kind of did.
Heavy-legged waist bender. I might want to fight you too. All right, here we go again. Got Creed against Cooper here, at the middle of your screen. Yeah, it was 2 large objects pressing against each other, and one of them was going to slide off at some point, right? That was really. I didn't call him a heavy-legged leg bender or waist bender. Heavy-waisted leg bender.
Heavy-legged waist bender.
Heavy-waisted leg bender. It's oh my god. I've got a sentimental gesture for you there, Ash. I'll tell you that one later, Riz. It's a good one. Okay, so we now have James Hudson from Cincinnati against Ade Ogundeji from Notre Dame. Yeah. Okay.
Ade from Notre Dame.
Yeah. There you go. All right, so we'll take a look here. We'll see how things play. That kick was interesting. He's done pretty well. Hudson has done pretty well from Cincinnati. I've been impressed with his work so far. Just take a look at this kick though. This is weird because he just stabs his toe into the ground. Let's go back one more here. All right, watch that left foot. It just kind of like goes lift and kick. It's weird.
So that's to establish himself.
Yeah.
That's a taught technique right there. I love how he finished with the physicality there. That's a definite win for Hudson.
Yeah. He's won a lot. He's won a lot this week from the film I've seen.
We watched him yesterday, and he did get beat on a rep where he was a little bit too upright. And that one he was fine. So there's a guy who's getting better as the week goes on, as he gets more comfortable with it.
Yeah, and so I'll tell you, I have Hudson as a UDFA and Ade as a 4th rounder ish, right? That's actually a really big win for him, and the way he's been playing this week has done something to raise his stock, I believe. He's looked good. He's got some pretty sound fundamentals, and is consistently doing good against guys that appear to be better competition.
This was a guy who was playing defensive tackle for Michigan 3 years ago.
Yeah, there you go. Really quick, I just want to say, Joe B., what type of analytics do the Lions use to scout? Is the new regime more focused on gameplay and intangibles or player measurements, i.e. 40 size? I'll tell you one thing, Riz, and I'm going to let you kind of formulate your answer quick. Talking to them about the Senior Bowl, Holmes isn't there. Campbell isn't there. They didn't send anybody. They sent a couple of scouts down.
They have 3 people in Mobile.
And you think about it, and I'm not sure exactly who they are, but Holmes hasn't had a real bunch of time to establish the scouting department how he wants it and the people he wants and vet the scouting department. I mean, he was hired, 5 days before the Senior Bowl? Yes. Something like that. Within a week of the Senior Bowl for sure. And he had to get people down there. I'm surprised he's not down there himself, to be completely honest.
But some of that is the fact that they are doing hirings. I've been told that John Dorsey is there. I don't know that for fact, but I've been told that he is the person who is handling the team interviews along with the scouts.
Okay.
I don't know that that's true. I haven't had that verified, but I've been told that by people.
Yes. Don in the chat, or he's Jalen Hurts will be a Lion. Ash, of course, Don. There are many darker timelines in that one. All right, talk about Joe's question there, Riz. What do you got for us?
So analytically wise, this group will not. So remember, Eric Schlitt had the QIB, the Quinn Index, whatever it was. They had very specific athletic minimums that were required at positions, and they sort of got away from it a little bit. The Rams didn't really have that. It would have precluded them from taking Aaron Donald. It would have precluded them from taking a couple other guys too. They're going to be more focused on football character. Very specifically, you're not going to get guys in here who are seeing NFL playing as a job. They have to have the passion, and that's something that Chris Spielman talked about and exudes as well. They want to feel that this guy is all about playing football. Now they are going to look at the analytics in terms of, is he not making the very minimum threshold? But the thresholds will be different, and they'll be not as steadfast, I think is the word I'm looking for. They're going to be they're going to use more analytics in terms of and Dan Campbell gets a bad rap on this because the Saints did this a lot in terms of determining play calling and tendencies and things like that, finding advantages where, like, they will know that this linebacker is really good in coverage from the 5-yard to the 10-yard mark, but if you target him outside that box, that's the sort of analytics that they're going to be bringing in, and that's a little different than what the prior regime does. Look, every team has analytics to some extent now. That it's not the boogeyman that it used to be.
Right.
Some of them use. I know the Lions under Quinn Trisha used Pro Football Focus. I expect them to continue to do that, but it's different than just like the player grades. They're more looking for very specific details that PFF sells to them that is not available to the general public.
Yep. All right. The one thing you talked about was the minimum athletic skills thing on Quinn. Was that the target, like when they were picking linebackers, or the minimum athletic skill? I'm just curious.
It was more about size than speed, whereas I think that this regime will be more focused on actual athletic performance rather than physical benchmarks.
That explains Tabor too, then, more or less.
Yes, I was just going to say that's how you wind up with Tease Tabor.
You got us both, Ash. Yeah. Sorry, we're just going on in the chat about that. All right, we're going to go forward now. Robert Jones, Middle Tennessee State against Shakatoni from Penn State. Let's take a look how things go here.
MTSU.
Nice target.
Nice.
How about
nice
that? Huh?
Move.
Yeah, that was good. I believe we. I don't want to give it away. So we got Miners again, Wisconsin Whitewater. What's up, Owen? And Patrick Jones from Pitt. Now, Patrick, I got him second round. We'll see where things go, but he's a good player. Okay, how's Miners do here? Something to write home about. Oh my. Oh my.
He's doing that as a guard center. That's a defensive end. That's a wide 9 defensive end right there. For those of you who remember the Jim Schwartz line, Look what he did to that. That's
one more time. This Miners
pretty darn
kid.
Good athleticism.
So again, if I'm going to have a little bit of a crush, this is the only day of film we have. They didn't have anything of him yesterday, but boy does he stand out. Boy does he stand out here. Let's watch him again. Hungry for breakfast?
I love that he shows off the belly. Like he's.
Oh yeah, he does too. It's great. He stands around. That thing does not get put away. I'm just telling you, that is something he's proud of. All right, last from the national team,
Nebraska.
Brendan James from Nebraska. Yep, Jonathan Cooper, Ohio State. Let's see how these guys do today. Oops.
There's no purpose to what Campbell did there.
Right, right.
He's just running to get around.
He's just pushing to the outside.
Really, that's not impacting the quarterback at all.
No.
That's making life easy on a tackle who you probably should beat.
He's working on his 440 time. the track. Oh man, good stuff there. All right, so that's the national team for you. Let's look at them. I have to tell you, as much as I like Cade and Miners and everything there, just in 2 days of film, and this isn't going to tell you the tail of the tape, but I feel like the American team is the more skilled of the two sets of players. It's just how things are looking for me right now. We'll see you on Saturday.
Could be
for the game.
Saturday 2:30.
2:30 game. Yeah, Eastern time for those that aren't with us. Really quick, I got some breaking news. DraftKings is live in Michigan with mobile sports betting. Yes, that DraftKings. DraftKings has finished crossing their T's, dotting their I's. I mean, you can place a bet right now from anywhere in Michigan. For a limited time, the DraftKings Sportsbook app is offering all players a chance to double their money if the Pistons hit a 3. You heard it right. All it takes is for you to double your money is opting into the promotion, placing your wager, and sit back and watch those threes rain down. This isn't some offshore operation like other gambling sites. DraftKings is a legitimate sportsbook based right here in the United States, so you can be confident that your funds are secure. With the DraftKings Sportsbook app, you can bet from wherever, whenever. You don't even have to leave your house. Sorry, man. I don't want to leave my house, right? I dislike people generally.
I can pick up my phone, use their app, and gamble from this very couch. That's a good day.
We should actually maybe the next show, maybe next week. Let's play some wagers while we're doing the show. We'll show how easy it is. That would be fun. Good times. DraftKings, you've heard of them before. You know what they're at. They're a real company with real stuff. Good quality, reputable company. You know you're going to get your money. You're not going to play with some crazy, stupid anything with unsecure funding or anything like that. It's good, real
That's
stuff.
That's important in these days and times.
Yep. And again, well, number one, that is. And number two, we wouldn't talk about anything or accept anybody if we didn't use them or believe in them ourselves. DraftKings is a top-notch company. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use the code DLP. DLP is the code when you sign up. For a limited time, all users can double their money if the Pistons hit a three-pointer. That's right. DraftKings Sportsbook is doubling your money if the Pistons hit just one three-pointer. Don't forget to enter the code DLP. It's only on the DraftKings Sportsbook app.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Gambling Disorder Helpline at 800-270-7117. 21 and over, Michigan only. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for full terms and details. Subject to regulatory licensing requirements.
You can be my lawyer one day. Actually, you know who we need to do? We need to get Mona, the honorary lawyer of the podcast, to come on and do the read for us.
That'd be nice. And by the way, my Cavaliers hit a few more threes than the Pistons did last night. That was actually an ugly basketball game. I'm glad my Cavs won, but that was
ugly. Games can be fun though. That's one of the things about basketball.
Each team had like 12 turnovers at halftime. It was not good basketball, but
it's a different kind of ugly that I'm referring to. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump in with the American team. Let's get to do this. Oh, Kelvin Shepard just got added to the coaching staff, according to the chat. That's interesting.
I don't know who that is.
Yep, we'll take a really quick special teams coach. Okay, we'll take a look at that as we go on. We're going to do some more film here. American team, it's going to start off. There's a lot of Mac Jones in this. I know there's a lot of Mac Jones people out there, so we've got a lot of Mac Jones for you today. That's what they wanted to focus on in the film, so let's get right to it. First, Mac Jones throwing
I just got a very fun message.
Anything you can share?
No, it's not Lions related.
Okay. We got Trey McKitty from Georgia. Just catching the ball. Falling down. Kind of a Hawkinson sort of play there. Catch and fall. Okay. But it didn't look bad. That was pretty clean. We're gonna go on.
Sandman, I have an idea. I'm speaking to you right now, Sandman. Next time you do Hawkinson slow lights, Atreyu is falling down needs to be the background music. You're welcome.
I hate to pick on him, but it's good. All right, let's take a look here. This one is Jamie Newman from Wake Forest. I'm going to talk about him in a little bit. There's some film on him. All right, Cornell Powell from Clemson is the receiver here with Robert Rochelle from Central Arkansas in coverage. Play action. Okay.
I wasn't crazy about how Newman held the ball before he threw it.
Yeah.
It kind of slid forward in his hand there and almost looked like he was almost like pushing it rather than throwing it.
Yeah, that's how my wife throws the ball, actually. She pushes it, and there's a lot more power in the way she delivers it, though. It's surprising because she's just a little thing, right? Her dad was a minor league pitcher for the Pirates, and I would throw the football with him around before Thanksgiving, whatever, and like he's in his late 60s at the time, right? And he'd wing that ball, and it would pop, and it would hurt. It would hurt my hands to hit.
So in shorter range throws, you do get more pop. It's like throwing a dart. You're actually better throwing a dart, just like that with the flip than doing the full thing.
Right.
And I wonder if he's doing some of that there.
All right, we'll take a look at it again here real quick so you can see what Riz was talking about. Boom. I think he was shooting for a quick release there. You know what I mean? That's what he's trying.
He didn't need to tap the ball. Yeah. He's got to get that ball out a little quicker.
Yep. All right, we move on now. We've got Kellen Mond from A&M. He's got Racy McMath as a receiver and Sean Davis from Florida in coverage. Almost intercepted. Ooh.
Throw was late. He never looked it off. By the way, the left tackle on that play kicked ass. That was nice.
I don't think McMath did a great job there watching the ball or knowing his play. I think that's part of it, and that's what gave Davis the run of the ball there that he had. Let's watch as the ball comes in. Let's watch his awareness as a wide receiver.
That is nice sideline flow by the safety.
Yeah, and you can watch coverage fell down on him. Had that ball getting there a little bit. I'm going the wrong way. Had that ball gotten there a little bit earlier, there's coverage falling down, right?
Yeah. Yep. You can see the foot.
And then that ball needs to get there, right there. At the 40.
It needs to be back shoulder.
Right.
Because he should know that safety's coming in over the top and put that ball on the outside.
Yep. So Kellen Mond. Oh.
Catch the ball.
Yeah. Yep. And there was some difficulty delivering the ball yesterday from quarterbacks. We'll see some more of that coming up. We've got now Mac Jones again, Kylan Hill from Mississippi State as the receiver, and Jabril Cox from LSU in coverage. Jabril, a high round guy, right? Second day two guy for sure.
Linebacker. I profiled him this morning on Brown's Wire as somebody that they should be interested in. Stay desperate.
Omaha.
Let's go.
All right. So you expect him on a crossing route like that. You expect Cox to be a little late. He's a little mismatched there.
Like to see him get a little bit fast. So Cox played at North Dakota State and transferred as a graduate student to LSU and only played 1 year. He took the role that Jacob Phillips used to hold.
Yep, graduate student. God, playing football, that kills me. All right, good for him. Now we got Mac Jones again delivering the ball to Racy McMath again from LSU. Zone coverage here, so we won't really talk a whole lot about who's covering.
This is red zone.
Yep, red zone. So it pretty much a pitch and catch there, right on. Wasn't late. Decent job from Mac Jones. Racy caught it, so we're good to go there.
Pass rush.
Yeah, running back block drill. We've only got one of these. It's Larry Roundtree from Missouri against Jacoby Stevens from LSU. Jacoby has a play later here that you'll want to see. He makes a really nice play that results in some fun.
All right, that's a hold.
Yeah, it ended up in a hold. Up until that point, he was looking good.
He was really good until he held and took him down. He didn't need to do that.
Yep. Cost us that touchdown. He looks like a lion. All right, back to Mac Jones here. There's a little bit of pitch and catch. This is Quentin Morris, Bowling Green. I got it right, Bowling Green this time. Shout out. Yes. Richie Grant, Central Florida. Now, Bowling Green, Quentin is a UDFA. I have him, and Richie Grant I have is like a third rounder kind of a guy, second day kind of player. So look at the talent levels against each other here and when you're evaluating. Not bad.
He's a hoss once he catches the ball.
Yeah. Once he's got 2 steps in, you're tackling him from the side. You're not going up top head to head.
He's a guy, I like him as a number 2 tight end in the NFL. I think he'd look very good in Detroit as a 7th rounder or undrafted free agent. He has some very good tape at Bowling Green, and you don't get a lot of guys coming out of BGSU.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah.
And there was, and this happens. This happens out of Senior Bowl. Guys do that. What was it from Dayton, right? The tight end for the Saints.
Yeah.
We were hanging out with his friends.
We
Moda.
hung out with those boys at the beer garden while I was eating my barbecued bacon cheeseburger with the
Troutman
cake donuts. Yeah,
Troutman. Yeah, there it was. Playing for the Saints, tight end starting, right? He's not Jared Cook.
He's a good player. And his boys were not lying to us when they told us. Yeah. That was a very interesting situation because we were talking about him, and it wasn't necessarily in a positive. It wasn't like being negative, but it was sort of being critical.
Right.
And they were at the next table, and they sort of turned around and were like, "Crap, the brute squad's here."
Yeah.
but they would have had a really good conversation with them.
They were really good guys, and they played with him. And they were like some of his biggest fans. They came down to support him. They were really, really good people. So you see people like that, and you say, you know what, I want the best for a guy like Troutman, right? He was just seems like a really cool cat and has good people around him. So all right, we'll move on. Moving on. Let me see. We're on Noah Gray from Duke. Huge school for wide receivers.
I've not seen him play.
Well, this is all you're going to see of him. He's against Hamza Nasir Ladine from Florida State.
All right.
There you go. A little bit of one-on-one.
Jones did a little bit of a weird thing with his feet as he went back to the top of his drop there that I did not care for.
Yeah, you want to go back and look at it again?
He sort of did like a little, almost like he was doing a dance. That was very strange.
Ooh, it's a little John Travolta there. All right, let's check out the dance move here.
So he kind of did a little bit of a skip in there.
Yep.
That's superfluous. He's going to have to get that coached out.
You shouldn't have happy feet when there's no rush. I mean, you shouldn't have it when there is, but it gets worse when there's nothing going on back there.
Oh man, days of Senior Bowls past where there was a guy who would not throw the ball until his receiver was open in one-on-ones. And then there was another receiver who's actually in the NFL still, and this is going back a few years, who never expected that the ball was coming his way. Even in one-on-ones, he's like, "Oh crap, the ball's here! I gotta catch
it." 3 in a row coming from Kellen Mond from Texas A&M. This is Trey McKitty out of Georgia against Joshua Bledsoe. Bledsoe, a name in the NFL. The annals of NFL history. All right, let's see. Here we go. Trey McKitty. He made a one-hander, didn't have to, right? I mean, that was nice. Guy fell. He put a little flair at the end. Yeah, wasn't bad. It was kind of, I don't want to say lazy, but it was kind of soft route, right?
That's terrible coverage.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't shake him. Let's put it that way.
No. That was not a receiver shaking free, and that was a bad defense.
Yeah, para UDFAs working against each other. Okay, we got Elijah Mitchell again from Kellen Mond. He's from Louisiana. This is the Ragin' Cajuns, and Mark Webb out of Georgia. Let's see how they play, how they fare here, and we're going to quickly get to some more competitive throws and catches here. But the film we got was.
That's
nice ball. Really well delivered. Good job catching it from our Ragin' Cajun. Coverage wasn't bad. Get there to the end, right at the catch.
Mond does this. He is capable of making incredible throws and has had some incredible games at Texas A&M. The problem is he's bloody inconsistent.
Yeah. Yep. And that consistency is really important. Really, really important. We're talking about James Hudson from Cincinnati. Yeah. That's the one thing he's been good, and he's been consistently good so far in the Senior Bowl. That's going to help him out a lot. Mond, that's what you're hoping for to see out of him is consistency here at the Senior Bowl. And he's got a lot of tape of inconsistency ahead of that, so we'll see. And we saw a throw earlier that wasn't necessarily on target.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah, I mean, look at that ball, right? It's just and it's good coverage. It's good coverage. I mean, it's what you want.
Over the top, exactly where it needs to be. Hits him in stride.
Yep.
In the hands.
Oh, perfect. All right.
Nice catch for the RB, too.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there. All right, moving on. Trey McKitty again from Georgia against Jabril Cox from LSU, and Kellen Mond delivers this one.
That's OPI.
Yeah. Yeah. Not at the Senior Bowl, it's not.
That's pretty good coverage, and the
great,
way that he chucks him off there, that's you're going to get called for that. Especially when you're that caliber of player.
Yeah, he's just sticking to him, right? There you go. All right, we don't know who throws this ball. We don't get it in the film, so we can't call it. But we got Trayvon Grimes from Florida against Richie Grant from Central Florida. It's a Florida man battle. Like that. Underthrown.
Yeah, it is.
Hard to bring in. I can't quite fault him. The ball's...
I kind of want to see Grant pick this, honestly.
Yeah. There it is. It's in his hands, right? At that point. Yeah. So you're like, he should have. It was kind of ugly all around. There you go.
Receiver got up. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive burst off the ground.
Good vert. All right, we got Mac Jones to Cornell Powell here from Clemson. And Ifedo Melifonwu. Did I do that? Melifonwu?
Melifonwu.
I got to get the pronunciation guide out. I really do.
Remember Obi Melifonwu, the wildly overrated safety cornerback from UConn, who begged to play linebacker at the combine, and people didn't pick up on that, and he's out of the league after like 2 years.
Yeah. All right, this is from Jamie Newman, Wake Forest. Guy I was interested in yesterday. Good, well-delivered ball.
Yep, right where it needed to be.
Yep.
On time.
Yep, on time, in place. So Jamie's looking good there. I'm just going to give you guys a little foreshadowing. Things go worse for him from there for Jamie Newman after this. He may get one more, but we'll see. All right, so we move on now. Kellen Mond again. We got two from him. This is to Trayvon Grimes and from Florida, as we said, and DJ Daniel from Georgia. Nice move.
Nice lateral quickness.
That time he came down with it, right?
Yep.
Ball was there where it needed to be. Watch that one more time. This is we kind of studied the other play. Ball's absolutely where it needs to be. This is almost identical, right? He's up against same receiver, if you guys didn't catch that. Grimes from Florida. Up where it needs to be. Ball's where it needs to be. He comes down with it, and he maintains possession.
Nice catch.
Yep.
Very nice catch.
Yep, and he knew it. All right. We'll move on. Let's see, where were we there? That was... Okay, we got Kellen Mond again to Amari Rodgers from Clemson. Looking at some zone here. Little happy feet going.
That's all right. He's alive.
I was looking at the wrong play.
This is not fat. He's not flat-footed.
Yep. Look at the concentration here. This is what I like. When that ball pops up. Okay, here we go. Ball's released. Okay. There's a hand in there. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That ball is now up in the air. You see it there? Concentration on it and on the run. I like that. I like the concentration he showed. I like the coverage there. That was all around a pretty good overall play by both players.
I like it.
Yeah. All right. We got next Trey McKitty catching the ball from Mac Jones and Jabril Cox in coverage. Cox again a little bit late, but
that's
again,
not Cox. That's Georgia. That's Daniel.
Was it? Am I in the wrong one here?
Could be.
Yeah, that's Florida. Okay, you know what? I went down the thing wrong. That was DJ Daniel. Yep, and Trevin Grimes from Kellen Mond. Okay, I might have been out of sequence. Sorry on my list, guys. Next one we're gonna have Kellen Mond again. This is Amari Rodgers into zone. That's it. That wasn't. There you go.
Same throw that he threw before.
Yep.
This time the zone didn't close as tight.
Yep.
And I like how fast Rodgers got his hips around and sprinted up the field there.
Yep.
That's nice.
And it's kind of a pitch and catch, but the skills he shows there, right there, he's got the ball. I want to go back just a couple frames here.
So this is a play, let's say it's 3rd and 6, and you're throwing short of the stick, so you damn well better get your butt up the field after you catch it. He did a very good job of that there.
Yep. All right, and that's the thing. He found the gap in the zone. He's open, gets the ball pretty quickly, and he's gone. Right, that's the thing. And he was turning as the ball was arriving. So the fact that he, the mistake is guys start turning before they get the ball, and their hands aren't sure, that he was able to do that well. All right, now it's Trey McKitty and Jabril Cox. I promise.
Nice.
Yep. Well delivered. Right, Mac Jones again put that ball out there.
I would like to see that ball to the outside hand rather than the inside hand, but that's not a bad throw, and that's a really sweet catch.
Yeah. All right, Mac Jones again here. Let's watch it one more time.
He put it out there better than I thought he did.
Yeah, that was a good play. Kellen, Mac Jones is looking pretty good. Looking pretty good for a guy who's skinny fat.
It's definitely accurate.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about that.
All right, we got Jamie Newman here. I'm not going to call out a wide receiver, and you'll see why very shortly. Jamie, I believed in you. What are you doing to me? What? There was no pressure.
Oh,
this was Jamie. You can't do this, Jamie. Don't do this again, okay? Let's watch one more time. Nothing forcing him to throw this ball.
It's good protection. Steps up. And...
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so if he's throwing to that guy,
here's the ball. Oh, you can't see my pointer. Sorry, it's under the D, and draft starts here, or draft starts in mobile, right?
Yeah, the ball's up there. If 85 there is the receiver, that's oh man, that's rough.
Yeah, that's why I didn't put a receiver down. So hey, great job with the interception, Sean Davis. If nobody pays any attention, you sir have an interception in practice on your stat sheet. I mean, he almost overthrew the interception. Jamie, what are you doing, man? What are you doing to me?
No bueno.
I had hope for him. I had hope. But he can't do it again, right? He can't do this twice. Cornell Powell is the receiver here. Mark Webb from Georgia. Cornell Powell from Clemson. We've got, obviously, the redemption arc coming here. What? Jamie, what are you doing to me? No.
Having trouble in the middle of the field there, Jamie.
There's something here that I because I put it together, I saw and was able to point out. Jacoby Stevens makes a really good play here. And I want to go back and kind of walk into this, see if I can get there. It's before the ball gets there. It's right there. Jacoby Stevens is going to get airborne and get a hand on the ball. You can see the ball right here.
Yep.
God darn it. It's under the B in Mobile down by, it looks like it's sitting in the stands. It's vertical. It's no longer in a spiral motion. So if I can go back just one frame here, see if I can. Nope, it's going to go. Okay, watch Jacoby Stevens on this play and the air he gets.
He's your linebacker here.
Yep. And this is where we talked about you'd see him later. He gets airborne and gets his hand on that ball. And we talked about the tips and the balls from linebackers. It's exactly what you said, Riz. It's right here. All right, so watch this happen. He gets just so much air. Right there. You see that?
Yep.
Forces the interception. That's 2 in a row, Jamie. You're off my Christmas card list. You will not be getting a card this year. I'm sorry, but you hurt me. All right, so there you go. Jacoby Stevens makes a play on the ball. Kellen Mond here, Texas A&M again to Amari Rodgers from Clemson, and we'll take a good look at this.
Good pressure.
Yep. Delivers. Now I want.
That's not great.
I just want to watch.
Catch.
Yeah. I just want you to watch the defensive coach. He's in the left there in what looks like a sweater, right? Yeah. He shows up earlier on the interception from Brown, and he's running right next to him, just excited as hell, right? I love the emotion this coach brings. This is the kind of thing. He's a coach for Carolina. He's not a, they're here for this and that's it. To be so involved and so emotionally involved and attached and excited about it, I love it. This is one of the things about Senior Bowl that I just absolutely love, where you see the passion for people who love football on the field. This is just great. So after the catch, just watch the coach. He's so mad.
I love it.
It's great. I just love that. I wish I knew his name. I would give him all kinds of great love and excitement. All right, Mac Jones here to Josh Palmer from Tennessee, Patty Fisher from Northwestern defending the ball. Come on, Mac. Show us what you got. Woo!
Check down.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Move the sticks.
The ball came in a very catchable fashion. Matthew Stafford throws that ball. It's still 200 miles an hour, right? It's still out of a cannon. You're still going to break a finger trying to catch it. So no, nice. He did exactly what he needed to do in the ball. Good check down. Not a super exciting play, but you look at some of the mechanics there and everything worked out well. So, all right. Moving on now to Cornell Powell. Is going to be the receiver from Kellen Mond. Go. Come on, Kellen. What you got?
Under center.
Yeah.
Of note. Nice ball.
Yeah.
Sat it right in the old turkey hole. Not exactly a turkey hole.
Gobble, gobble. You're going to eat, right? Kellen Mond has looked good. I have to say, he's looked good out there. Today's film really showed up and did a good job. So did Mac Jones. I think they've both done a good job for themselves here today yesterday at Senior Bowl practice. Last one. It is not a pitch and catch. Don't be fooled. It's all Kellen Mond. Oh, that's a little bit much, though, right? I mean,
they don't like that at Senior Bowl practice.
No, not at all. Let's see if we get that again. Oh,
little hit
it's all gone. There it was. That was the last one for the American team. There we go. All right, that's the film from Senior Bowl for today. I got to tell you, if you got any of the pain, anxiety, or insomnia that you're going to find from being a Detroit Lions fan, go to cbd.detroitlionspodcast.com, cbd.detroitlionspodcast.com. You'll get, in the regular lines of CBD stuff, you'll get all the relief you need. If you get the chill or the Delta 8 line, you get a little of the buzz that's associated with that plant, but none of the issues with drug testing. It's good. The first time, it's so good. You only need one gummy of the Delta 8 chill line.
Important safety tip.
Don't go eating a second one after 20 minutes, Greg. You're gonna have a good time if that's what you're after. If you're just looking for the relief of pain, anxiety, and insomnia, cbd.detroitlionspodcast.com. Go to get just the regular kind, not the chill or Delta 8 line. If you have to drive a high-low or you have to drive a truck or something, that's you don't want the Delta 8 line. But if you're going to chill at home watching some Simpsons all day long, good stuff. All right, there you go. That's today's show. We will have film tomorrow, 11:30. Good for you still, Riz, tomorrow?
It should be, yes.
Okay. So we're looking, same bat time, same bat channel, to bring you the last film from the Senior Bowl practices this week. And this is it, guys. It's going to be what escapes from pro days for the rest of the season till the draft.
Yeah, I talked with Eric yesterday. We're going to have more prospect related stuff on the Lions, doing specifically Lions targets that might not be. And please remember, there's 7 rounds to the draft. When we post a guy who's a 5th round linebacker, don't say, "Oh, he's not a first rounder." Go play in traffic. Enough of that crap. I hate that. That is my number one pet peeve. And Lions fans do this worse than any other group, and I hate it. Make yourselves smarter, Lions fans. When we present a prospect to you and we say he's a day 3 guy, don't be like, "Oh, just stop trying to promote this guy as a first rounder." We're not doing that. You don't know how to read. Go back to school. Educate yourself. Hate that. I hate that. If you see people doing that to me on Twitter, have my back and get on them and say, "Hey, go to school, learn to read."
You said it.
Say over. Come to my TED Talk.
Thank Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Also, I think it's the beginning of April. We did it last time, beginning mid-April. We're going to do the big draft extravaganza. We had 5 folks in doing their draft picks. We had you, we had Eric Schlitt, we had Case, Scott Bischoff.
Scott will do it again.
Myself, oh yeah, and it was a great show. 5 folks working their drafts, their trades, the whole thing. Ahead of the draft, and it was well received. We'll be doing that again. We'll bring a lot of the same bat characters on board to do that.
We'll get Bischoff back. Bischoff does a draft show, by the way, with Sean Belegian on Woodward Sports. It's definitely worth your time.
Yeah.
And their last episode they did last Thursday, and they foreshadowed the Stafford news. Belegian played that very coyly, but that's worth going. Always pay attention to what Scott says. He's a very good. He does have legitimate connections inside several organizations, and a couple of those hands have come together for Scott lately. So.
Yeah, look at that. All right, there you go. Remember, we're looking for your involvement. Use the comments and subreddit to give us your feedback. And don't forget about us on Patreon, patreon.com/Detroit Lions podcast. You will get the most intelligent Lions chat. We talked about it earlier in the show. It really is. It is the best chat. A lot of differing opinions, but there's a level of respect you're not going to get anywhere else on the internet. It's a great spot. You can join that by joining us on Patreon, as little as $1 a month or as much as you want to give. Patreon.com/Detroit Lions podcast. Follow us on Twitter at DET Lions Podcast, DET Lions Podcast, or also at Jeff Risdon. Don't follow him. He's got too many followers already. He doesn't know how to keep up with his timeline. At Jeff Risdon.
That's actually true.
Give us a call via Skype, Detroit Lions Podcast, all one word, or on the Lions line at 929-33-LIONS, 929-335-4667. And be sure to go to DetroitLionsPodcast.com, subscribe to the podcast so we can show up in your ear holes automatically, because where else would you want it? Thank you for tuning in. We're going to see you next time on the Detroit Lions Podcast. Remember, no pants, no toasters, no hot tubs, no problems, baby, because we're your Detroit Lions and Reddit connection.